Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Halloween wreath using loopy yarn. So I made two wreaths and I'll show you both of them in this video. The first one I used orange yarn for and made it kind of a spider theme. Some of these things I'm showing you I didn't end up using, but you'll see at the end what I came up with. So the first thing to do is to find the end of your yarn and use a pin to secure it to the styrofoam wreath. It seems like maybe it wouldn't be that secure, but as you start going around, it's so tight and tangled that it isn't really a problem. So then kind of slowly you'll want to just start wrapping the yarn around the wreath. If you go around too many times before adjusting, you might end up with a tangle or some loose yarn on your wreath. So as you can kind of see here, I go around a few times and then I bunch it together, and then that helps it to look better and just avoids a mess if it gets tangled, which did happen one time. So this happened to work out perfectly with my 14-inch wreath and the brand and size of yarn I used. I just used the entire roll of yarn, but obviously you can cut it if you get to the end sooner or add on if you need to. And I'm just using a pin then to secure it at the end. All right, so now I'm trying to decide what to do to decorate it. This is totally up to you, but feel free to follow some of my suggestions if you want. I found this spider. I think it was technically supposed to be an ornament. Then I had those sparkly spiders, but I just didn't like the way they looked, so I'm using these rings. And these were actually perfect for this project because they had that little opening that cheap rings have. So I just like spread it out, and then the rings stuck around the loops of the yarn. So I'm just trying to decide what looks nice here and filling in the holes as I go. I thought it looked nice, and then I looked at it from the side and ended up adding more spiders later, just because once it hangs on the wall, if somebody were looking at it from the side, it would look a little blank. And I also thought just the spiders themselves looked a little plain, so I wanted to add the black pom-poms just to give it a little more dimension and color. And that's it. That's what it looks like hanging over my fireplace. Now, I think I saved the best for last. I really like how my second wreath turned out a little bit better, but just probably because I like my decorations a little more spooky and I love skeletons. So for this, I went with black, and I'm using a little bit of a smaller wreath, but you can use whatever you'd like. So same process. I'll speed through and fast forward here since you saw me do it with the orange, but I'm just wrapping the black yarn around, stopping every few loops and making sure it's nice and tight to put together. Also, obviously this is sped up a lot, but really this is such an easy craft. Like, if I wasn't recording and making sure my space was all set up so I could make this video, this would have taken like maybe 15-20 minutes for each wreath. Super fast and easy. I think this would be a good project to do with older kids. Just the tangling and the patience part of things when you're wrapping the loopy yarn around could get harder for younger kids, but. So I decorated this one with some fairy lights, and I just glued the battery pack right on the back of the wreath. The loopy yarn is also nice for this. I just looped the yarn through a lot of the time, so I didn't wrap around the whole wreath so that lights were hiding on the back. I started to just bend the wire through the loops of yarn themselves. So I found these cool hair clips, skeleton hand hair clips. and I wanted to make it look like there was a skeleton holding the wreath from behind. I had a few different skulls, and I didn't like how the flower color clashed with that one. That one I thought was a little too small for the hands, so I ended up just using the plain white skull. And I just hot glued that right on top, which you'll see. And ta-da! So it is finished, and here's a picture of what it looks like hanging on the wall. All right, I hope you have fun with this project. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you.